Equipment says they're here to help you succeed. You'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
This is a presentation of the 2024 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Union Bank and Trust, Southeast Community College, Platte Valley Equipment, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Wingstop, Sand Hills Global, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Pizza Ranch, Members Owned Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Sunbelt Rentals, Acres, Ebb Concrete, Doane University, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, and Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
We're back here from Pinnacle Bank Arena, just ready to get underway for Millard North against Omaha Westside. Nick Sainert with you, Jay Foreman joining me momentarily from courtside here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's our last semifinal matchup of the year and of the day, obviously, as we get ready to turn our attention to Championship Saturday after the conclusion of this one. It's a good one. The number 2 seed, the Millard North Mustangs, going up against the 3 seed, the Omaha Westside Warriors. First, for these two teams, how they got here, right? So Millard North was able to knock off number 7 Gretna in a really good game on Wednesday night, while Omaha Westside had a tough, contested, and gutsy victory against the 6th seed in the tournament, the Lincoln Southeast Knights. Millard North can shoot the lights out of a gym. They're 22-2 on the season. They've only lost to a Omaha Central team by 17, who just got knocked out of the tournament. And then they also lost to a team from Chicago, Curie, Illinois earlier in the season. Other than that, nobody has been a close competition for them. They've beaten teams like Bellevue West. They've beaten teams like Pius X. They've beaten Kearney, and they've beaten even Omaha Central after they rematched with them just the next game after they lost. And so they've been put up against the test, and they've passed almost every single test, obviously, except those 2 losses. For Omaha Westside, they're 21-4 on the year. They defeated Omaha Bryan and 4-star Amari Bynum in the district final matchup. Like I mentioned, they beat Southeast to get to tonight's semifinal matchup. We're just moments away from Millard North and Omaha Westside. We'll come back in just about a minute and a half with tip-off and starting lineups for Millard North and Omaha Westside when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sand Hills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we are getting ready for Millard North and Omaha Westside here courtside at PBA. Nick Sainert with you. Jay Foreman will join me in just one quick moment as we get ready for Millard North and the Omaha Westside Warriors in our final Class A semifinal match of the day. The winner of this one will move on to face off against the defending state champion, the Bellevue West Thunderbirds. The number one seed, Thunderbirds knocked off Omaha Central just a couple of moments ago here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. All right, it's lineups. Let's get you rolling here. Omaha Westside first, 21-4 on the season. They defeated Lincoln Southeast yet on Wednesday to move on to tonight's semifinal matchup. They have not been in a state championship match since 2014. They have not won one, however, since 1980. It is their 19th appearance in the state tournament as a program, led by head coach Jim Simons. Same starting five for Omaha Westside as there was on Wednesday. And it looks something like this. Number one, a 6'3" senior guard averaging 11 points per game. That is number one, Ricky Lofton. Number two, a 6 foot senior guard averaging 8.3 points per game. Number two, a future Husker football defensive back, Caleb Benning. Number three, a 6'4" senior forward averaging 17.5 per game. Number three, Kevin Stubblefield. Number four, a 6'1" senior guard averaging 13 a game, CJ Mitchell. And number 25, a 6'4" junior forward averaging 5.2 points per game. That is Carson Healy. For the Millard North Mustangs, 22-2 on the season. They knocked off the Gretna Dragons on Wednesday's quarterfinal matchup to get to tonight's semifinal, as they are led by head coach Michael Etzel-Miller. As he replaced Tim Cannon a couple of years ago. Tim Cannon, fun fact, just announced as the new head coach of St. Albert's in high school in Omaha. I see Coach Cannon just about 5 rows up, though, sitting in the same spot that he was in on Wednesday night, supporting his old Millard North team. All right, starting lineup for head coach Etzel-Miller, 13th time in the state tournament in program history for the Mustangs. They were state champions in 2021 and 2022. They've been to the state title game 4 years in a row in 2020 and obviously 21, 22, and last year in 23 where they were runner-up. Starting five looks something like this. Same as Wednesday. Number one, a 6'3" senior guard, Grant Urbanek. Number 11, a 6'3" senior guard averaging 13.5 per game and 6 rebounds per contest, Elijah Gaith. Number 13, one of the better shooters in the state at 6'3", a senior guard averaging 15.5, Neil Mosser. Number 15, a 6'3" guard/forward, senior, 5.5 per game, Camden Money. And rounding out the starting lineup, somebody I know that my partner Jay Foreman really likes to watch, a 6'6" junior forward averaging 18.5 per game as well as 10 rebounds per contest, number 23, Derek Rollins.
Yeah, Derek Rollins is the real deal. He has the star power to really take over the state next year. Burst on the scene last year, really big year this year. He could be the difference maker tonight in this game. Westside being able to handle him inside and outside.
Well, I mean, you talk about height down low, right? It's going to be Derek Rollins versus the duo of whether it's Carson Healy or Tyson Oddbody. It feels like maybe Oddbody might be the better matchup, but they're elected to go with Carson Healy once again tonight.
Yeah, I think Carson Healy could provide some defensive issues for Derek Rollins being able to hit the three. But I think look for Westside to double down hard on Derek Rollins and make Millard North's worst shooter hit some shots. And look for what they do to Cameron Mooney. Yeah. Maybe they try to make him either the guy that makes or break him tonight.
So here we are. We are getting ready to go here. Final Class A semifinal match as we figure out who's going to play Bellevue West in tomorrow night's Class A state championship game. So Millard North will be in their white unis with blue letters and numbers with the Mustang logo on the top and back of their uniforms. Jordan symbol on the right side, right upper shoulder of theirs. While Westside in their visiting black uniforms with red letters and numbers across the chest. Westside written in block lettering. All right, Jay, keys to the game for Millard North. Elijah Gaith, Neil Mosser, It's hard not to shoot well, but I think it's simply put, just be able to keep care of the basketball and shoot well.
Yeah, Elijah Gaith is the real deal. He doesn't get a lot of the notoriety, but he might be the key to this game tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm saying he's going to be the key to the game tonight. On the other side, CJ Mitchell. Does he get off tonight? If he does, Westside most likely will win.
So Westside wins the tip as we are underway. 7:56 to go, first quarter. Westside working right to left. Here we go. Stubblefield to Lofton. Lofton on the right side, hands it to Benning. Benning on the top of the keys, turning, guarded by Rollins. That's a big body on Caleb Benning. Now left side, it's Lofton. Lofton working against Camden Money. Now Lofton with it, crosses over. Juggled the basketball for a moment. Good student section for Millard North here tonight as Lofton throws it cross court to CJ Mitchell. Mitchell in the far corner, crosses over quickly to Benning, 4 on the possession. Benning in the lane, splits 2 defenders, puts up a tough shot, no good, and the rebound into the hands of Derek Rollins.
Yeah, you see that right there. Good defense there by Millard North coming out of the gates. Good drive there by Benning. Thought there was some body contact, but the rest let him play early.
Here's Elijah Gaith with it, top of the key, Rollins. Rollins now to Mosser. Mosser guarded by C.J. Mitchell, hands it off to Money. Camden Money with it, left side, Rollins. Rollins on the left wing, guarded by Stubblefield. 3 ball on the way, can't hit it.
Yeah.
And the rebound into the hands of C.J. Mitchell.
Yeah, Westside likes that shot by Rollins there, deep 3, and to get in the fast break on the miss.
So here it comes, Millard North off of the C.J. Mitchell layup attempt in the lane. It's Money, kicks it out. Mosser, good defense there from denying the ball by Stubblefield. Stubblefield dives on the floor to Lofton, and the 2-hand flush.
Oh, that was a great play by Stubblefield. Beat Mosser down there, got on the floor, got the awesome assist. Started off with a slam jam, almost an alakazam.
So here is Derek Rollins on the left side, now to Urbanek. Urbanek back into Rollins on the far corner. Rollins working on Stubblefield, using his left elbow to create some space, dumps it down low. Money ties the game at 2.
You know, Westside's okay with that. Coach Simmons is okay with that. If you make Cameron Mooney score on you every time, you do not want Rollins, Mother, or Elijah Gates to get off. So you're never okay with giving up 2 points, but it kind of worked out perfect for both teams.
So on the left side here is C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell takes the screen right from Stubblefield. Mitchell at the elbow kicks it to Healy. Healy to Lofton. Lofton on the right side dribbles down center of the lane. Left-handed layup off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Elijah Gaith. Here comes the Mustangs. On the top now, Elijah Gaith with it, dribbling to the right side. Gaith, shot fake down low. Rollins in traffic, spin move, left-handed layup is good, and Millard North has a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, when Derek Rollins gets it underneath the hoop, man, he's almost 2 points, and really soft hands and good strong hands, by Derek Rollins there catching in traffic.
So here's Stubblefield on the top of the key. Stubblefield working on Rollins, pulls up mid-range jumper, rattles in and out, and Gaith gets another rebound.
You know, if I'm Westside, I'm okay with my shot selection. We're getting to the rim. We're getting open shots. So as long as they start falling, you're fine with it.
Here's Gaith, pass risky across the corner. Rollins able to corral it on the floor. And we have a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Millard North once again.
Yeah, when you think about the flow of this game and who's probably had the better shots, I would say Westside had the better shots. Now, obviously, they haven't made anyone besides the dunk, but they missed 2 shots at the rim. They had an open 3. They should be satisfied with what they're doing.
And now we have a foul on C.J. Mitchell away from the ball as he was trying to stay up with Neil Mosser.
Yeah, Neil Mosser got him a little bait and switch there. Was hooking his arm and then flared his arms and made it look like a foul. C.J. Mitchell did not like that little savvy move there by the senior.
So here is Millard North inbounds at Neil Mosser with it in the near side corner. On the right side, driving baseline on Mitchell, spins, bounce passes left side, Money with it, Camden Money. In the lane, guarded by Healy. Floater on the way, too short, hit the front iron, and Healy collects the miss.
Yeah, you're fine with that at Westside. You got to make Money beat you here, and that's a good job there on defense after the unfortunate body call.
So now Carson Healy can't hit the bunny, and it's 4-2 still Millard North as Gaith pushes the pace. Gaith hesitates. Right side, Mosser, guarded by Stubblefield, hand in the face. Now Rollins, down low, layup good by Derek Rollins.
Right
and they say too small.
Yeah, it is. Healy got hit in the face there. What they didn't do, what you have to do against Derek Rollins, you got to start guarding him at half court. If you let him get on the block, he's going to score against anybody.
So here's C.J. Mitchell, top of the key to Benning. Now left side Healy. Back to Benning. Benning drives baseline on Mosser, creates some space with a nudge.
Yeah.
And the layup is good by Caleb Benning.
Yeah, the big physical there. A 4-star recruit, Caleb Benning, taking it to Mosser right there. He did not like that.
Here is Mosser. Down low, Rollins on Stubblefield. Turns, Gaith, 3-ball wide open. Not going to want to give him any more of those as Gaith misses it to the left. And here comes C.J. Mitchell in the lane. Right-handed layup is good. We're tied up.
Listen, Westside can play up and down with anybody in the state. They'll get you in one shot and get it right down the back end on you and score 2 points.
Here's left side, Elijah Gaith with it, guarded by Benning. 3:40 to go in this fast-moving first quarter. 6-6 the score. Hand fighting going on. Backdoor cut, Urbanek.
Yeah, Urbanek could be the X factor right there. He doesn't get a lot of fanfare, right? We keep talking about that. But Urbanek was the guy that really, really led them to the win in their first round game. So look and see what he does here tonight against this Westside defense or guard-led defense.
Especially Urbanek when he was working on Pekorski on Wednesday night. He was shutting down the Gretna's Dragon star player on Wednesday. Here's Benning driving baseline, no look pass, Stubblefield. Take flight, young man.
Yes, sir. That's a slam, bam, alakazam, two-hand jam. And you know it was so bad, Derek Rollins didn't want to challenge him.
As Elijah Gaith brings it across the timeline 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. As Gaith steps on the sideline, and it's going to be Westside basketball.
You know, Nick, one thing that's apparent, this is what I think Lincoln Southeast learned on the biggest stage here in the state tournament. Westside got beat by pretty much. We did that game where they got beat by 20. They felt like they got embarrassed. Just a few weeks ago, they got beat by this same team, Millard North. The thing that people don't understand about Westside, these guys are competitive. They have pride about what they're doing. They're very prideful young men. You got football players, basketball players out here. They're going to take it upon themselves to come out here and compete.
So here is Advadi, first time in the game for him. Now to CJ Mitchell. Mitchell crosses over, spin move. Urbanek got it put in the spin cycle floater. And CJ Mitchell staring down Urbanek, and watch out. They're John back and forth.
Yeah, CJ Mitchell likes the challenge. He took the challenge to Southeast, and he ain't stopping right now.
Here we go, left side. Now Mitchell gets switched on to Urbanek. Mitchell guarding Urbanek as they're still going at it. Still John back and forth. As on the right side, it's Rollins. And Rollins at the top of the key, driving left side lane. No good on the jumper, but he is fouled by Advadi.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Simmons, I'm a little upset about that call right there. It wasn't a lot of body. Derek Rollins is bigger than Advadi. And also I felt like Advadi did a good job of just going after the ball. So as physical and fast this game is, that's probably a little bit on the side of a touch foul there, Nick.
So here is Derek Rollins at the free throw line. First one on the way, and it's front iron, no good.
You know, Nick, one thing about C.J. Mitchell, I think, having that game against Southeast might have been a blessing in disguise. He has taken off ever since then, and I think it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to come back after that game, and it really wasn't that bad. He just missed a few layups that he normally would make.
Second one, also
challenge is here.
Second one also no good for Derek Rollins. Right side here is number 12, Maddox Anderson. Now to Stubblefield. Stubblefield pulls up, three ball deflected by Rollins. And Mason Mosser gets his first rebound. Up the floor to Neil Mosser on the left side. Neil to Rollins. Rollins guarded by Stubblefield. Now pass bobbled by number 4, Amari Rahaman. And it's going to go to Westside out of bounds.
You got the Mosser brothers in here, and then you got Pierce Newberry coming in. He's a 4 or 5-star recruit in football. But with the Mosser brothers here, you got one that's 6'3", another the younger brother, the big younger brother is 6'6". The scoring power outside can affect you on defense.
So Stubblefield has it now. Cross court, Maddox Anderson to Oddbody. Left side, C.J. Mitchell with it. C.J. Mitchell crosses over in the lane. Mitchell kicks out. Benning trifecta on the way. Well short. Air ball. Offensive board. Oddbody put back good.
Yeah, Caleb Benning's going to say that was a pass to Oddbody. Good offensive rebound there. Put it up for 2 points. There are no style points in the state championship, Nick.
Here is top of the key. Now right side, Newberry. Newberry with it. Pass almost deflected. Neil Mosser takes his first shot, and it's in and out halfway down, and Maddox Anderson cleans up the miss. Here comes Stubblefield. Stubblefield down the left side. Spins in the lane. Spins again. Left side. Not able to finish. And the rebound controlled by Mason Mosser. Up the floor to Pierce Newberry. Misses the wide open layup. And C.J. Mitchell collects the miss for Westside as Mitchell is now fouled in transition.
Yeah, Stubblefield is getting talked to by Caleb there. He had a good move spin, but you had C.J. Mitchell wide open there in the wing. So he probably wants that one back. And now you get arrested Ricky Lofton coming in for C.J. Mitchell, who's been on fire. This defensive intensity of Westside has it's stifled the Southeast at times, right? And then it's looking to impose their will tonight on Millard North and pull an upset.
So Westside with it on the right side. It's now Stubblefield to Benning, back to Anderson on the right wing. And Maddox Anderson bounces it in to Stubblefield. Cross-court pass, Oddbody. Three ball on the way. Unable to connect, and Neil Mosser comes away with the defensive rebound. We're under a minute to go. It's 12-8 Westside. Mosser, long three, and he drains it.
Yeah, that's NBA range right there. One or two steps over half court. You got to start guarding him. You're late in transition. He's going to make you pay.
So 12-11 your score. 33 seconds to play in the first quarter. Benning with it, with Westside having a 1-point lead. Oddbody with it on the top of the key, guarded by Mason Mosser. Now passes right side to Stubblefield. Stubblefield drives right on Newberry, and then he's going to draw a foul on Pierce Newberry.
You know, Pierce Newberry comes in and provides the physical presence that Coach Mike Etzemiller wants, and gives Derek Rollins a much-needed rest. Now here comes Derek Rollins for the last possession in the first quarter. So the depth of Millard North is apparent. They're able to go 4 or 5 deep on their bench. Same with Westside. This is how you get to the state semifinals, by having more than your starting 5.
So here, baseline inbound for Caleb Benning. As he's looking around, still looking. Benning throws it out to the backcourt where it's corralled by Stubblefield. 20 seconds on the game clock as Stubblefield will walk across the timeline and give it to Benning. Benning has it on the right side, guarded by Camden Money, who's into the game. Now Maddox Anderson to Stubblefield. 7 on the game clock. Westside up by 1. Stubblefield drives in the lane. Layup no good, but he is fouled, and Stubblefield will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, he hit Derek Rollins with a little bit of hesitation, stop and start. And the thing about Stubblefield, Derek Rollins is 6'6", and he's pretty big guy. Where Stubblefield is about 6'3", long, thick, strong. He's able to blow through the attempts to either get the ball for a jump ball or the double team.
First one on the way for Stubblefield is good. It's 13-11 Westside. 4.5 to play. 4.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. One more free throw coming.
Yeah, end of the first quarter here. 4.5 seconds. Only 2 fouls, Nick. I'm guarding the ball full court.
Second one on the way. It's also good. And we're going to have a quick substitution. Stubblefield will check out as he'll get a little bit of an extra rest before the end of the quarter. Carson Healy checks in for Omaha Westside. They get into Gaith with 3 on the clock. Gaith with 2 on the clock. Right side, Gaith fading away. Did not get it off in time. It would not have counted either way. And the end of the first quarter has come with Westside leading Millard North 14-11. Let's take a 60-second timeout and come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
In Omaha, Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Start of the second quarter once again. So Coach Etzel Miller took over for Tim Cannon back in after the 2021 season. So Etzel Miller in year 3 now with the Millard North Mustangs. He won a state title in 2022, was runner-up last year, and now in his 3rd year playing for another state championship berth. Tim Cannon in the stands. He just was announced on Thursday as the new head coach of St. Albert's, which is a high school in Iowa. And so top of the key, here's Derek Rollins. Right side, Elijah Gaith with it. Gaith to Neil Mosser. Mosser fakes the handoff down to Rollins. Great defensive closeout there by Stubblefield. But now Stubblefield falls out of bounds. And Ball's going to give it to Omaha Westside. One official pointed to Millard North. The other one pointed to Omaha Westside. They're convening. It's going to be Omaha Westside basketball, and Neil Monster can't believe it.
Yeah, he can't believe it, man. He acts like he's never seen a bad call before, but right? Is he almost getting a technical? But the one thing about Neil Monster, he can sell anything. Ice to an Eskimo sometimes.
Here it is as Healy has it. Healy, intensity picking up a little bit here early in the second quarter as CJ Mitchell has it on the top of the key. 7:27 to play second quarter. Stubblefield down low. Stubblefield cross-court pass deflected. Healy gets it back. Shot fake. Got Gaith in the air. Layup is no good, but a foul down low. And Neil Monster's going to have to check himself because here's the deal, Jay, is that official said something to Neil down on the floor on the other end, and now Neil's going to have a conversation with him, and he's got to be careful with it as that referee wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, listen, I mean, sometimes he's telling them right now, I essentially called that on you, disciplining you to settle you down. Stop pouting and just play. You're too good of a player sometimes to worry about just little touch fouls. Look, this isn't the NBA where you have reviewable calls. Now we've seen it even in the girls' state championship that there was a huge call over there that might have been a little bit of controversial call. But at the end of the day, you got to go out there and play basketball. You can't let one thing lead to another.
So it's 16-11 now as Westside converts both free throws by Carson Healy. Neil Mosser with it on the left wing. Mosser, top of the key. It's Money back to Mosser. Mosser on the right side. He has 3 points today. Down low to Money. Layup is no good, but Money will go to the line to shoot 2.
One thing, like I said, maybe Coach Simon's game plan is to make Money beat you. But one thing that we learned when they played earlier, right, or when they played Gretna, is that Money is not scared over the big moment. He made a big 2-point basket to seal the deal against Gretna. So, it might work out for him, might not, but he is definitely up for the moment. He wouldn't be starting at a school like Millard North if you hadn't, 1, earned your spot on the team, and then 2, showed that you can operate under pressure, because this is a state championship type of team.
So Money connects on the first free throw. He fires the second one away, and that one's also good. It's back to a 3-point ball game. 16-13, Westside out in front by 3 points. As Westside has the basketball, Benning will bring it across the timeline. Now C.J. Mitchell with it. Mitchell guarded by Urbanek. Those guys were jawing back and forth earlier to Stubblefield, now just inside the fingernail. Stubblefield in the lane. Tough shot. It's blocked by Mosser. Fought for on the floor. Benning comes up with it. Now Benning gets it back to Ricky Lofton, who says slow things down a little bit. Back to Benning on the right side. Caleb Benning currently with 2 points for Omaha Westside. A Stubblefield one-hand pass right, stolen by Urbanek. Urbanek coming up the floor on the left side. Urbanek to a trailing Mosser. Back to Urbanek. He fires the 3 to tie, and he can't convert. And C.J. Mitchell skies high for the defensive rebound. Now his pass up the floor is deflected, taken away by Gaith. Gaith in the lane, dumps it down low. Rollins, layup good.
Yeah, a little bit of mishap there by Stubblefield and C.J. Mitchell, and that's what's going to happen. I think the length and explosive of Elijah Gates gave him a little problem, but also Millard North coming with a little bit of a 3-2 zone to slow down this Westside offense. Good adjustment there by Coach Etzemiller.
So here is C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell left side floater on the way, unable to get it, but Healy saves it out of bounds, and it's going to be to C.J. Mitchell. Here's Westside, left side. Stubblefield, left then right. Now left-handed layup is good. Nice move by Stubblefield.
Yeah, Derek Rollins lucky he didn't get called for a foul there, but an excellent move there by Stubblefield, letting you know that they can either stop their momentum with multiple players.
So here is Mosser. Mosser at the top of the key to Rollins. Rollins just inside the perimeter on the right side behind the elbow to Money. Money now to Gaith. Gaith on the pick and roll. Money in the lane. It's going to be good. No whistle as Stubblefield tried to draw a charge. And Benning will bring it now across the timeline. 5:13 to play. Second quarter, 18-17 Westside. With the basketball, cross-court pass Stubblefield. Stubblefield now looking for trying to clear the area. Stubblefield goes at Rollins. Now kicks it out to Healy. Now to Benning, left side Mitchell. Mitchell working on Gaith. Spin move in the lane, out of control. Yeah. And it's a foul on Elijah Gaith.
One thing I picked up on here from Westside is that Stubblefield has the green light to go one-on-one at any point in time, because he's almost like a real, close to being unstoppable once he gets downhill. Coach Simons is giving him a little bit of break here, bringing Avity here. So look more of a 5-out type of offense, drive and kick, because you have 2 3-point shooters that play, forward and center, and Avity and Healy there that could spread out this Millard North defense.
So here's Oddbody as he got his jersey tug a little bit, but no call. 3 ball on the way. Ricky Lofton missed it badly, and Rollins cleans up the miss. Here comes Mosser. Millard North down by 1, 18-17. As Mosser to Rollins. Rollins fires the 3 right side. That one misses badly as well. And the offensive board to Ramahan. So Ramahan back out to Mason Mosser. Now to Gaith. Gaith fires the 3 on the way. Can't connect, and the rebound caroms out to C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell up the floor they go. Mitchell in the lane on Mosser. Shot blocked by Gaith, and it's out of bounds. And Neil Mosser, once again, cannot believe it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Omaha Westside basketball as Michael Etzelmiller, the head coach for Millard North, wants an explanation. And once again, it's that same referee.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that you have to get 2 feet back in and establish before you even touch the basketball. When you're out of bounds, you can't just come in and catch it simultaneously. So everybody is not liking the call, but it was the right call.
So Ricky Lofton at the top of the key. Omaha Westside with the basketball up by 1. Lofton floater on the way, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds to Millard North.
Really the one thing that's different between Westside maybe in the first quarter and a half is the pace of their offense. I feel like they're sped up a little bit. They do have the 1-point lead, and Millard North have made a couple shots along with a couple free throws. But I think the their shot clock or when they shoot in the shot clock is a little bit earlier than maybe Coach Simons really likes right now.
So 4:10 to play, second quarter, 18-17. Westside with the lead. Millard North with the basketball, down by 1. Gates gets it poked away, somehow gets it back. Floater on the way, good. I don't know how he got it back, but he did.
Yeah, he's 6'4", strong, and he can handle the ball with the best of them, and he can finish around the rim.
So here, top of the key, here's Stubblefield, right side Benning. Benning with it, driving into the lane, takes the contact, no whistle, pounded off the backboard. Anderson gets it back for Westside. Stubblefield for 3, no good, and Ramahan gets the defensive rebound. So here he comes down the floor, working on Oddbody, and he is fouled on the floor by Oddbody. I believe that's number 2 on Oddbody. It is.
Yeah, it's been an extremely physical game. I think that Caleb Benning and Coach Simons will say, listen, there's a lot of body contact when we're going to the rack, and that seemed like the second or third touch foul that we've seen against Westside. You know, if I'm Coach Simons and say, listen, I want it just called even. I don't really care. We're going to go out there and have WrestleMania, or we're going to play technical basketball. Just want it all the same.
Here's a turnaround for Rollins, unable as Moni gets upended on a box out from Healy up the floor, and Mitchell can't hold on to it as it's out of his reach. Moni got upended on the box out by Carson Healy, rather. And so it's another turnover. Millard North leads by 1, 19-18, and they have the basketball with 3:28 to play in the first half.
Yeah, good physical game there. Moni got upended in the air trying to get the rebound. Luckily, he didn't get called for over the back foul.
So Moni with it on the top of the key, spin move in the lane, kicks it out to Ramahan. Ramahan at the lane, kicks it out Rollins. Rollins on the far side corner, rather on the left side of the floor. Top of the key now to Moni. Moni dribbling to his right, passes top of the key, Ramahan. Ramahan in the lane, left-handed layup, takes the contact, no good. And we have a foul down low on Derek Rollins, as that will be number 2 on him.
Yeah, Ramahan came in there a little bit out of control. Good job there by Westside defense. Healy just holding his ground and forcing him into a harder shot. Now you need to get into an offensive set where if I'm Coach Simons, I'm talking to C.J. Mitchell and Caleb Benning. I want everybody to touch the ball at least once or twice. You know, let's get everybody some touches. Get some good feeling back in this offensive set for the Westside Warriors.
So Rahaman, Urbanek, Gaith, Mason Mosser, and Camden Moni, the 5 out there for Millard North. Stubblefield to C.J. Mitchell for 3, and he hits it, C.J. Mitchell.
Yeah, I said everybody needs to touch it. 4 of the 5 touched it. And, look, that's what you get. C.J. Mitchell could hit the open 3.
So here's Rahaman. Rahaman to Gaith on the left side. Gaith to Rahaman down low. Rahaman out to Urbanek. Urbanek in the short corner on the far side to Mason Mosser. Mosser passes right side to Moni. Now to Gaith. So 2:18 to play in the first half. 21-19 Omaha Westside with a 2-point lead. Out to Rahaman. Rahaman in the right side, kicks it out. Moni spin move by Stubblefield. Good job staying square by Kevin Stubblefield as he forced a travel by Camden Moni.
Yeah, Moni's going to or Elijah Gates is coming out, and then here comes Neil Mosser. And so now the onus is going to be Urbanek to handle the ball, and Rahaman is going to have to play a little bit more of a detailed basketball game. He looks a little bit sped up and out of control. This is the most playing time we've probably seen. All-state tournament.
So here is Stubblefield to Benning. Now to Maddox Anderson. Anderson looking around, still looking, passes it with a bounce pass to Stubblefield, who tries baseline layup in traffic. Nice finish by Stubblefield. He's having a heck of a day.
Yeah, he is. Listen, he has a superior balance. I met him a couple times. I said he needed to play tight end or something. But he can torque his body there on the baseline, and he's a great finisher around the rim.
So here is Neil Mosser. Mosser on the right side, one-handed slingshot over to Urbanek to Rahaman. Rahaman should have just shot it in motion, but unable to do so, and a kickball violation off of Maddox Anderson.
Yeah, that's right. That's where Coach Etzemiller's got to get Elijah Gates and Derek Rollins back in the game. You're taking out Major Mosser and Rahaman out of the game because they just weren't ready to play. And this is a big-time game. The difference of playing, say, at Westside or Millard North during the regular season versus the state tournament is totally different. So you got to get your experienced players in the game.
So they'll inbound it to Urbanek. Quick 3, Neil Mosser, not able to connect, and the rebound goes into the hands of Rollins somehow. The layup is good.
Yeah, Moni did a really good job of literally double strapping Healy's hands so he couldn't rebound the ball. The ref was staying right there. Derek Rollins was the beneficiary of that.
So here is Kevin Stubblefield. 1:05 to go in the second quarter, 23-21 Westside. As Stubblefield in the right side of the lane. Layup is good. Stubblefield
Yes, the ability to hang in the air and then get the English off the glass. Stubblefield is playing a really good first half here.
And now Mosser is going to get fouled by Maddox Anderson.
Yep.
And so that'll be team foul number 3 on Westside.
Yeah, you got to think Maddox Anderson is a new enrollee this year at Westside. He was at Millard North the 2 years prior. Wants to get a little get back to his former teammates and former basketball program, but good defensive try there for him.
So 51.3 on the game clock, 25-21 the score. Mosser with it on the far side. Mosser looking around, still 15-second differential between shot clock and game clock. As Urbanek drives baseline on Lofton, kicks it to Mosser. Extra pass from Rollins, shot fake, gets the 3 off, and he hits it.
Wow. From Coach Simons, I'm asking, was that not a travel? Yes, you might have got up on your tippy toes, but you'd have to be a ballerina not to travel right there. Nevertheless, not called, nothing, but you knew it was in before you even shot it.
25-24 Westside will hold for the final shot with 18 on the game clock, leading by 1. The Westside to Stubblefield. Stubblefield gets teamed up by Gaith. Rollins denied bringing the double team help like Gaith was asking for. So now Stubblefield goes to work with 5 on the game clock. Stubblefield hesitates, pulls up, jumper, no good. Rebound caroms out to Urbanek, and there's the horn at the end of the first half. Your score, Omaha Westside 25 and the Millard North Mustangs 24. We'll come back in just a few minutes with your halftime show here from Pinnacle Bank Arena on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended
Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com. Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you as we are just moments away from starting the third quarter, not trying to skip ahead, third quarter of action. Thank you, Jay. As, by the way, halftime brought to you by Next Ag Appraisal and Real Estate, Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. You can visit them online at nextagrealestate.com if you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, and or Iowa. All right, Jay, here we are. Starting the second half. We're less than a minute away. It's a 1-point ball game. You're right where you wanted to be if you're Westside.
Yeah, Westside couldn't have it any. Obviously, they'd like to have a bigger lead, but they withstood a Millard North run, and then they were able to counteract that. I think their ability to defend at all 5 positions and rebound at all 5 positions and be more physical at times than Millard North has paid off for them. Then if I'm Millard North, I got to get into our offense. We got to get Elijah Gates going. Maybe try to get some more sets ran for Neil Mosser to get open because he's 2 for 2 from threes. One essentially from the First National Bank sign over there. Then the other one was just a pump fake 3. So he's on. And then if you get Elijah Gates going, then Derek Rollins actually, who has been pretty active, he has 8 points already, where that's a faster start than he had in the first game. So they just got to crank it up a little bit and get back to what they do best. But they know Westside knows them very well. They know Westside very well. They know Westside, wanted to right the wrong of losing at 20 points a couple weeks ago.
All right, here we go. Westside basketball start the third quarter, and we are underway as Omaha Westside leads by 1, 25-24 with you, Nick Sander, Jay Foreman here at PBA. Bill Miller back in our 93.7 The Ticket Studios as Benning has it inside the lane. Reverse layup is no good, and the rebound by Grant Urbanek.
Yeah, the first play of the game, they tried to get Caleb Benning downhill. Second play, or second half started the same way. Was just a little short there. Good defense there by Neil Moss.
So here on the right side here is Elijah Gates. He gives Millard North an early lead.
A little high Euro step to the jump step floater there. They want to get that young man going real quick.
On the right side, it's Ricky Lofton. Now there's Stubblefield at the top of the key. Stubblefield with it, working on Rollins. To Carson Healy. Now back to Benny. Now Healy tries a three from the top of the key.
Ooh.
Circled the rim and out to Stubblefield with the offensive rebound, and it's taken away by Urbanek. So here comes Elijah Gaith with it across the timeline. Gaith stops at the top of the key, pops, tray ball on the way, no good. Offensive board for Money, back out to Gaith. Gaith pass down low on the block to Derek Rollins. Working on Healy, gets his pocket picked, but gets it back after Benny knocked it away. Pass taken away by Stubblefield. Telegraphed that one. Stubblefield in transition. Layup in the lane, it's good. Westside back out in front.
Yeah, Stubblefield had a chance to get an easy 2 points possession before, got the steal. Man, he's a multifaceted player there that they can play at all 5 positions essentially.
Doesn't also try to be too flashy, which can be kind of respect. You can kind of respect that if you're a casual basketball fan. Doesn't play too flashy, just kind of gets the job done.
You know, the funny thing is he has the unique ability to play below the rim or above the rim, just whenever he feels like it, and that's why he's been such a dominant force tonight.
So 27-26, 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Inbounds pass here. Mouser, no look pass down low. Money gets the layup to fall, and Michael Etzelmiller is baffled that it's not a foul down low on the shot attempt. So 28-27. Miller West been working on that same ref every single time, and now it's out of bounds. Her shot was deflected, and it stays with Westside.
You know, one thing, Nick, that I saw before halftime, Millard North had 2 separate coaches talking to the refs. Westside were already probably in their locker room. Now every call Millard North thinks is going against them. This is just even Steven here because Westside has been getting bumped a lot on their shots.
Here is Healy. Carson Healy driving baseline, spins, kicks it out to C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell at the top of the key, Westside down by 1, 28-27. Right side, Stubblefield. Stubblefield fakes right, goes left, works into Gaith. He kept his right pivot foot out to Lofton for 3. Unable to connect, and Mosser flies in for the defensive rebound. Here comes Neil Mosser in transition to the corner. Money driving baseline, dumps it out to Gaith. He has to slow it down for a moment. Back down to Money. Money, he's going to be fouled by Caleb Benning.
Yeah, a little body action there. Body foul there by Caleb Benning. Physical play there. Money, you know, I don't know, the ref was talking to. I think he thought that Caleb Benning was wiping.
Benning kind of shooed him away with. They gave him one of these, Jay, one of the get out of here kind of things. And there was no intent behind it, but the ref had to talk to him and say, all right, let's not do that again. As Mosser gets the inbound 3 ball on the way, and it bounces in and out. Lofton saves it from going out of bounds. Sorry to cut you off, Jay. Here's Westside around up the floor, Benning to Healy. Healy to Stubblefield. Westside down by 1 to Lofton. Lofton on the left side. Now up top to Benning. Benning tiptoeing that timeline. Now on the right side, it's C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell working on Gaith. Crosses over. Keeps the basketball after Rollins almost took it away. Pass down low. It's on the ground. It's out of bounds, and it's going to go to Omaha Westside.
Yeah, good physical play there. I think Westside, if I'm Coach Simons, I'm saying we got to start running some offense.
Yeah.
Because we gave Millard North a ton of problems when we had 4 or 5 passes, 4 or 5 touches. When we did it, when coming down there after a little run by Millard North, we hit a wide open 3.
So 5:18 to play in the third quarter. C.J. Mitchell inbound. He finds Stubblefield. He pops the 3. Can't convert, and defensive rebound cleared up by Derek Rollins. Here comes Neil Mosser down the floor. Slows it down. 5:08 to play. Long 3. No good. And in a 1-point ball game, that's a big one, as now Healy saves it from going out of bounds into Lofton. Lofton looking in the lane, takes the bump. He's fouled. No bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a great play there by Carson Healy, right? He had the wherewithal to not only save the ball, stay in the air, and throw it opposite on the other side of the court to Lofton. Lofton drove in the lane, drew the foul. Now at the free throw line, try to tie the game or possibly take the lead.
4:58 to go, third quarter, 28-27 your score. Millard North out in front by 1. Lofton free throw, good. 28 all here. 4:58 to play in the third.
Yeah, you know, Nick, Westside, when they play within themselves, they're a pretty tough matchup here for Millard North, and they all know each other. They're going to be a physical game. They're not going to give each other an inch, and so whoever sticks to their game plan the longest and does it and executes the best is going to win this game here.
Second free throw was no good, in and out as Gaith collects the miss down low. Mosser, layup good.
Yeah, a little double screen in the back there for Mosser. And caught C.J. Mitchell sleeping a little bit.
Here comes Benning outside of Stubblefield, now to Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Urbanek to Lofton, back to Stubblefield. 4.5 to play, 30-28, Millard North over Omaha Westside here as Mitchell has it right left side. Now to Stubblefield to Benning on the right wing. Benning working on Derek Rollins. Might be a little bit of an advantage here for Westside. Cross-court pass to Lofton. Lofton in the far corner. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell on the left wing. He pulls up for three, and he's unable to convert. Rebound goes out of bounds to Millard North.
Yeah, it's probably a shot that they necessarily didn't want, but you feel comfortable with C.J. Mitchell shooting after a skip pass there. Now you got Avdi coming in there for Healy. Healy gave him some really good minutes, right? He's physical enough that he can match up with Derek Rollins before the double team comes, and then also he gives you enough athletic ability to continue at the pace that Westside likes to do. But the three-point shot, if Avdi starts hitting threes, Millard North will be in trouble for the rest of this game.
So here is Millard North. Gaith picks up the basketball now to Rollins. Rollins on the right side. Rollins now on the logo, dribbling it here to Rahaman. Rahaman to Mason Mosser, rather. Down low, Rollins, layup good. It's 32-28.
Yeah, Rollins gets it there at the halo, man. He's almost a guaranteed 2 points, and here comes Stubblefield right back down at you.
Just to answer.
Yeah, you know what you do, and that's good for Coach Simons there to get a timeout, and that's what a lot of people like to do. They like to run off of either a missed shot or a make, and Westside is really, really getting into the teeth of Millard North's defense, and they are on their heels, even though they have a 2-point lead.
So we should probably tell people what our schedule, our plan is for tomorrow's slate of games. As in the afternoon, we will have Omaha Supernovas action on the ticket. So unfortunately, not going to be airing the Class C2, Class A, or Class D2 state title games. However, in the morning, we will have Class D1 at 9 a.m., Class C1 at 11 a.m., and Class B between Crete and Norris at 1 p.m. before we hand it over to DP and Renee Saunders from Orlando for the Supernovas versus the Valkyries. And so 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. That's the plan for tomorrow. Here tonight, though, Class A semifinal action, 3:44 to go in the third quarter. 32-30, your score. Millard North out in front by 2 over Westside as Gaith has it left side down low, pass deflected. Mosser gets it back. Now Gaith on the left side, guarded by Oddbody. Oddbody trying to stay with Gaith, crosses over. Gaith dumps it off to Rahaman, to Rollins. It goes out of bounds off of Westside.
Yeah, you know, as much as Coach Etzmiller had been complaining about calls right there, he just got one gift wrap right there. That was off of Derek Rollins. Left big toe there, but they keep the ball nevertheless.
So inbound to Rollins, now to Mosser, top of the key, Rahaman, down low, Rollins. Nice hands as he was able to snag that one before it went out of bounds, working on Stubblefield, and now Stubblefield fouls Rollins.
Oh, man. Nick, we're talking about this has been a pretty physical game, and Coach Simons hasn't talked to the refs all night. It looks like gamesmanship, so you got to make sure that you're keeping things in mind. That looked like a pretty good block there by Stubblefield, but Derek Rollins is at the free throw line trying to extend the lead.
32-30, 3:18 to go, third quarter. First one on the way. It's good for Derek Rollins.
Yep, and you know, unlike the game before, Derek Rollins has asserted himself from the very beginning. Once he gets it there on either block on their halo, man, he's pretty unstoppable. And he also does have three-point range. He's had a really good year this year, obviously, being all Metro and possibly all state. He's looking for his 12th point here early in the third quarter.
So here is Rollins. Free throw on the way. That one's no good. The rebound's tipped to Ricky Lofton. So 33-30 your score, third quarter, 3:14 to play in quarter number 3. Left side, it's Ricky Lofton with it. West side down by 3 points. Lofton right side, Benning, pass fake right. And Benning now uses his dribble on the extended wing. So here is Benning. Benning trying to figure out where he wants to go with it to CJ Mitchell on the far side. Mitchell to Stubblefield in the short corner on the far side. Now CJ Mitchell bounces it. Lofton fakes right, goes left down the center of the lane, stops into the near corner. Pass deflected and taken away by Elijah Gaith.
Yeah, Avdi could have probably had that ball there. He's got to wake up. It looks like he's about a second or two late. Good drive there by Lofton. Probably made a bad decision trying to kick it all the way out to the corner.
So here is Rahaman on the top of the key, right side, Mosser. Mosser with it into the far corner to Gaith. Gaith on the right elbow, jumper on the way, short, and the rebound is going to be corralled by Lofton up the floor. Here comes Oddbody. Oddbody falls down against Gaith, and the ball rolls out of bounds to Millard North.
Yeah, Oddbody needs to get it going here, man. This game is at a little bit faster pace than he's used to. He's a pretty good in-depth shooter, right? But in order to get your shot, you got to be able to get to your spot, get your feet set, shoot under control. I think he's playing and thinking too much. But nevertheless, they're only down by 3. But they've missed out on the last 3 possessions to even get a shot off.
33-30, 2:11 to play in the third quarter. Here's Rollins on the right side. Rollins hands it off to Elijah Gaith. Gaith with it on the right wing. Dumps it to Rollins on the pick and roll. Layup in the lane, no good. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Gaith. Gets the Gaith, dribbling, steps through, layup, good.
Good move there by Elijah Gaith.
And so we have a Millard North timeout with 1:53 to play in the third quarter. It's 35-30 Millard North. Let's step aside for 30 seconds and we'll come back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 1:53 to go in the third quarter as it's 35-30. Millard North with a 5-point lead over the Omaha Westside Warriors as Westside will have the basketball.
Yeah, Westside's got to get something going here. This little bit of a 2-3 zone, I call it a revolving zone, is giving them a little bit of problems. It's actually a 3-2 zone, trying to stop the prowess of the Westside guard play.
Maddox Anderson also back into the game. CJ Mitchell, pass fake left, now out Anderson for three, unable to connect in. It's going to go over the backboard for out of bounds. It'll be Millard North basketball. Jim Simon's over there clapping his hands saying it's okay, here we go.
Yeah, for Westside to, pull this upset, you would have probably needed better shooting from the outside, but they got to lean on their defense right now and try to get a couple of runouts. Every possession from here on out is very, very imperative for them to be productive.
So Rahaman has it near the logo. 1:21 to go, third quarter. Gaith, he stepped on the sideline and it's out of bounds. That's going to be the second time he did that today.
Yeah, Nick, I'm telling you, when you're unfamiliar territory, some of these unforced errors, and that's stepping out of bounds. We've seen it in the girls tournament last week. We're seeing it all tournament long in the boys tournament. A little bit of frustration, but it's just unfamiliar territory. But another opportunity for Westside to get a score here before the end of the third quarter.
So on the left side here, it's Caleb Benning. Benning right side Anderson to CJ Mitchell. Mitchell wanted to get it down to Stubblefield, decided to dribble up to the right wing. Now to Stubblefield, back to Mitchell. Mitchell left side, it's Maddox Anderson. Down low on the block, it's Healy. Healy back out top, Maddox Anderson. Anderson into the corner, Stubblefield pops the three, and Kevin Stubblefield continues his strong night. He's got 17.
Yeah, he's got 3-point range. He caught that one in rhythm versus forcing it on a one shot or secondary break. Westside is back in this game.
So Westside down by 35-33, 41 seconds to go. Mosser spin move, pass deflected, taken by Stubblefield. Here comes Stubblefield and Westside. 3-on-3 to Anderson. Anderson drives in, floater on the way, no good, too strong, and Rollins with a strong rebound.
Yeah. You would either like Max Anderson to shoot that three or drive it all the way in there and get the body contact from Rollins.
So here on the logo rather, it's Rahaman. 17 on the game clock, and we have a Millard North timeout with 13.0 on the clock. So we'll go ahead and step aside. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside for 60 seconds and come back to conclude the third quarter of action right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisonink.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
Did you read the bottom part?
It is the start of the fourth quarter. 35-33, 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. And so Gaith gets it inbounded to Mosser as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here in just a couple of minutes. Mosser left side to Gaith. 7 on the game clock. Gaith with 4 on the game clock. He pulls up for 3 at the horn. Too strong, and there it is, as that's the end of the third quarter. Your score, Millard North 35, Omaha Westside 33. Jay, we'll go ahead and keep it right here as we transition to the fourth quarter. Here we are, Millard North 35-33. They were facing a 1-point deficit, 25-24 at halftime. What did Millard North do to make an adjustment, although it's still a slim margin?
Yeah, it was Derek Rollins getting inside. They were getting, then also I think they won more of the 50-50 balls, which they lost in the first half. So they just asserted themselves from an energy standpoint and intensity standpoint. Westside was still doing it, but I think Westside helped them too, where Westside wasn't really moving the ball. You know, I think Westside in the first half, regardless if they were running zone or man, the more touches they got, then you got Stubblefield in advantageous situations to score, and that's where you saw him explode in the first half. And then what did they do come after the timeout being down 5? 3 or 4 touches, corner 3 by Stubblefield. That's how they end up being down 2. So I think, it's a little bit of both. And so now it's going to be a battle here. Look, I think Westside went in to halftime up 2, probably couldn't, ask for a better scenario. Millard North said, listen, we want to win the fourth quarter. They won the fourth quarter by 4 points, and now they're up by 2. Now it's up to whatever team that can continue along the path and get going, right? If Westside can get going, get some transition points, Millard North will start feeling the pressure.
So it's 35-33, 7:54 to play in the fourth quarter. Gaith on the left side kicks out, and he has a foul down low on Caleb Benning.
Yeah, that was definitely a body foul there, and Caleb Benning is doing a really good job. He has his work cut out for him by Elijah Gates. One thing about both of these teams, the best guys are guarding each other. Body foul there, good physical play there by both players there.
Gaith to inbound here for Millard North as they inbound it, and it's kicked by Benning, and so Millard North will do it again. If that wasn't kicked, they were going to have a wide open layup on the right side of the bucket.
Yeah, they're running a couple of double back picks there, and then Derek Rollins kind of rubs off late. He's been scoring that would have been 2 times in a row on that same inbound play.
Here is Camden Money at the top of the key. Screens left by Mosser. Now to Rollins. Just inside the three-point line. Backing down Stubblefield. Pass deflected. Regained by Urbanek. Now Mosser. Mosser floater on the way. Layup no good. And the rebound to Stubblefield as Mosser hit the deck. 7.5 to go. Westside bound down by 2. Mitchell for the lead. And it's good.
Yeah,
Westside leads by 1.
Yeah, it's been Stubblefield and Mitchell tonight, along with Lofton and Caleb Benning and Healy and the other players really stepping up. C.J. Mitchell, huge shot in transition.
So here is Mosser. Mosser hands it to Money. 7:06 to play fourth quarter here in the Class A semifinal. Money working on Healy. Kicks it out to the logo. Now at the top to Gaith. Gaith crosses over Benning. Now in the lane off the glass. No good. Good box out as we have a push from behind by Derek Rollins.
Derek Rollins is getting a little frustrated. Why? He hasn't touched the ball in over 5 minutes, Nick, and so he's been pretty much dominant. He has 11 points, and he has been unstoppable, especially on either block on the halo. A little bit of frustration foul there. Good box out there, though, by Healy to move him off the block to force the call.
So here is Caleb Benning passes left side. Now into the far corner is Stubblefield in the short corner on the block. Stubblefield kicks it out. Mitchell for back-to-back threes.
No,
you betcha.
Listen, he's not even looking at it after he shoots it. He's feeling it right now. Big game there. Big tournament by C.J. Mitchell.
39-35. Westside takes a 4-point lead as Camden Money has it on the logo. Money dribbling left, looking for help, has nowhere to go. Spin move in the lane, draws contact. What a shot by Camden Money.
Yeah, but Camden Money had to work awful hard for it, but great shot by that young man to slow down this run by the Omaha Westside Warriors.
6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. 39-37. Westside leads by 2. Mitchell has hit back-to-back threes for Omaha Westside to Healy in the far corner. Healy to Benning. Benning takes 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, passes left side, Stubblefield. Stubblefield down the lane, lost the basketball. Lofton and Rollins fighting for it on the ground. Lofton comes away with it. Lofton in the lane, gets out of the way of the charge, and the layup is good by Healy.
Good strong hands there by Lofton. The ref missed the kick there. Westside was a beneficiary of a missed call.
Well, and then also Lofton on the dish to Healy. Mosser was standing right there, waiting for a charge. Incredible balance and body control by Ricky Lofton to avoid it, even after he passed it off to Healy. Here's Rollins in the lane. Layup, good. It's 41-39.
Big, powerful move by the inside guy there, Derek Rollins. A little bit of contact, but soft touch by the big man next to the hoop.
Here we go. 41-39. Westside leads by 2 with the basketball. 5:07 to play in the fourth quarter. As C.J. Mitchell has it on the left side, trying to get it to Stubblefield. Good defense by Gaith. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Westside.
Yeah, Stubblefield feels like Gaith is all over his back, and he's trying to seal him off, and he's trying to go get the ball and try to either control the ball or get a foul called off on Elijah Gaith. But regardless that the ref didn't see it, but there's a lot of contact there, and Coach Simons has not said a word to the refs, and that's an interesting tactic here in this game.
So here is C.J. Mitchell, left side Stubblefield, top of the key Healy, right side Benning. Benning with 8 on the possession. Benning with 6 on the possession. Down to Stubblefield. To Healy, 3 ball on the way. Can't connect with the rebound. Karam's out to Benning. Benning kicks it out. Stubblefield, corner 3. Got it!
Big time 3. First of all, that play is made by Caleb Benning, showing you why he's a 4-star football recruit. Tacks the ball, kick it to his buddy. Corner 3. Big play there by Stubblefield.
Urbanek to answer. Can't do it. And now Stubblefield.
Now hey, Nick, it's cold in here, but winds of change is starting to blow up in the PBA.
Here is C.J. Mitchell with it on the left wing, guarded by Rollins. C.J. Mitchell with it in the lane. Mitchell layup off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Good contest by Rollins. Mosser steps up. I thought he was going to pop the 3, decided not to. Mosser cross-court pass. Urbanek, he'll try a 3, and he's got it.
Look, championship shot right there by Urbanek. He's been getting banged up, been on the floor a lot. Big shot there by Urbanek to slow down this Westside roll there. But Westside should be excited with where they're at. You don't expect C.J. Mitchell to miss that shot. I'm also wondering, Nick, I know for a fact that if you slap the backboard and affects the outcome of it, that could be a technical, and that's been missed twice there. So interesting that if Coach Simons or one of his assistant coaches mentions that to the refs, because very easily that could have affected C.J. Mitchell's outcome on that layup.
3:59 to play, fourth quarter, 44-42. Your score, Omaha Westside, the 3 seed in Class A, up on the 2 seed, Millard North Mustangs here with just less than 4 minutes to play in this one. The winner of this, gets Bellevue West tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. So
it's a battle, Nick. Like I said, Westside has all these guys out here have played a lot of basketball, high-level basketball in the summer, and same with Millard North. Tremendous amount of pride for Westside when they lost by 20 points to Millard North. So, not a lot of chances that you get a chance to, get a little bit of get back, and Westside is making the best of their opportunity tonight.
3:56 and counting remaining in the fourth quarter, 44-42 Westside with the lead and the ball as Benning has it on the left side. Benning in the lane, layup is going to be too strong, just off to the left as well, and Moni cleans up the miss.
Yeah, they had a good shot there at the rim, and you felt like a little bit of a body contact, but the size and length of Derek Rollins affected that outcome of that shot.
Moni passes left side Mosser. Mosser now to Moni. Moni with it to Mosser. Mosser, top of the key, dribbling right side of the lane. 3 ball on the way. Urbanek unable to hit 2 in a row, and Stubblefield cleans up the miss.
Yeah, good shot there for Millard North, but good defensive rebound there by Stubblefield. Now Westside is thinking, if I'm Coach Simons, I said, I want some touches now. I want to see us move some offense. Don't sit on a 2-point lead. Let's be aggressive, but not reckless.
So here's Stubblefield to Benning, to Mitchell. C.J. Mitchell at the top of the key, working on Rollins. This is a little bit of a speed factor. 3 ball Stubblefield, can't get it to go, and it's still a 2-point ball game, 44-42 Westside.
Yeah, you don't mind that shot by Stubblefield. It probably would have liked a little bit later in the shot clock, but he's been on fire tonight.
So Mosser with it on the right side, down low. Rollins pass deflected out of bounds by Stubblefield. It will stay with Millard North.
Yeah, Rollins probably is about 3 inches taller than Stubblefield, but Stubblefield's wingspan is probably equivalent of a 6'7" player, so he's able to affect the entry pass there by Mosser. Got his hand on it. It's been giving problems to Rollins when they've been locked up one-on-one.
So Gates to inbound. They get it into Moni. Moni to Mosser. Mosser guarded by C.J. Mitchell. Mosser working on C.J. Mitchell in the short corner, working on Mitchell, still working, fades away, well short to the rebound by Stubblefield. And Stubblefield will bring it up the floor, but it pokes away by Urbanek, and here comes Gates. Gates in the lane. He is fouled by C.J. Mitchell.
Yeah, Stubblefield there. Then he did. Usually it's too loud in here. Generally, you want a wolf call because Urbanek came right behind him, popped it there to Elijah Gates. Elijah Gates got downhill, drew the foul on one of the Westside Warriors.
Jay, if I would have told you that with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Elijah Gates and Neil Mosser combined for 14 points, you would think, oh boy, Millard North might be in some trouble. But here they are, 44-42. Westside leads over the Mustangs with 2:28 to go. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Millard North has 2 free throws coming up when we come back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain. Westside, the 3 seed, leads the 2 seed, Millard North by 2, 44-42. There are 2 free throws coming up for Elijah Gates. Gates on the day, 6 points for Millard North.
Yeah, Nick, if I'm Westside, I got to be alert for a little bit of extended pressure by Millard North, right? Even whether it's a make or miss. But then also I got to get it to our best ball handler. So that's either Caleb Benning, C.J. Mitchell, or Ricky Lofton. And then I'm letting Stubblefield get it on a reverse one-on-one and see if he can get into the lane and score 2 points.
First one for Gates is good.
Yeah.
44-43, 2:28 to play in the fourth quarter. Gates has one more. The 5 out there for Westside are Benning, Stubblefield, Lofton, Healy, and C.J. Mitchell, the 5 starters. And the 5 starters are also out there for Millard North in crunch time as Gates hits his second free throw. We're all knotted up, 2:25 to play. Here comes C.J. Mitchell across the timeline. Mitchell gets picked up by Gates, hands it off to Benning, who hands it off to Stubblefield. Stubblefield with 20 points on the day. Backdoor cut taken away by Money. And here comes Gates up the near sideline. Gates directly in front of us, gets picked up by Stubblefield, dribbles it to the logo, 2:05 to go, fourth quarter.
Yeah, tried to hit the backdoor cut there, a little predetermined pass there. A good job there by Elijah Gates with the turnover there caused on Stubblefield.
So here is Gates on the right wing. Gates, cross-court pass, Urbanek. Urbanek driving baseline, one-handed pass to Money in the lane. And Millard North has a 2-point lead.
Good finish there by Money. He did the same thing yesterday against Gretna. He is not afraid of the big-time moment.
Here we go as 1 minute and 35 seconds on the game clock. Stubblefield has it on the top of the key. Pass almost taken away. It's tipped. It's going to be a race for it, and it will be Millard North basketball. That is the correct call as it went off the leg of Ricky Lofton.
Yeah, that looked like it was all body. I mean, I'm not understand. I mean, I understand you don't want to be a coach that's involved with the refs, but Coach Simons has not said one thing to the refs tonight. That, for sure, in a 50-50 ball is a foul on Millard North.
1:27 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 46-44. Millard North with a 2-point lead over Westside. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The final Class A semifinal match, final game of day number 3 here at the state tournament before we turn our full and undivided attention to Championship Saturday tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. with Class D1 title game.
Yeah, Nick, right now, if I'm Westside Warriors, we're thinking about getting stops, and we're trying to get our best shot down there on offense, regardless of the outcome. So they got to be smart, right? You don't have to worry about it getting into the penalty, so you can be aggressive. And there's going to be maybe 3 possessions, right? Probably 2 for one team, 1 or not. You speed up play, 2 possessions each. You got to win these next 4 possessions.
Here we go. PBA rises to their feet. 1:27 to play in the fourth quarter out of the West Side timeout. It's Millard North basketball. Here's Mosser to Urbanek. Urbanek to Money. Money at the top of the key. 1:20 to go, fourth quarter, 46-44. Millard North with a 2-point advantage. Gaith with it. Top of the key is Elijah Gaith. Gaith in the lane, dumps it to Rollins. He can't hang on to it. And Jay, I would say this, most games we see Elijah Gaith just shoot that.
Yeah,
but here he is. He's struggling a little bit tonight, just 8 points.
Yeah, and Derek Rollins has been unstoppable. He was already at the halo. He's good enough to shoot that floater regardless of how much he's been struggling.
46-44, here we go. Ricky Lofton to CJ Mitchell. 1:02 to play in the fourth, 46-44. Mitchell, thought about a three, decided to pass it up, gets tripped up. Healy's able to grab it. Healy and Westside still have the basketball. Get it to CJ Mitchell. Mitchell with it on the right wing. 13 on the possession. 48 seconds on the game clock. Mitchell in the lane on Rollins. Kicks it out. Stubblefield with 6 on the possession. Stubblefield driving in. Kicks it. Cross court. Lofton. Healy. 3-ball with 1. And we have a foul on a 3-point attempt by Urbanek. Urbanek picks up the foul on, I believe, Healy rather. And so Healy's going to the line to shoot 3 shots.
Nick, right here. Look what he gets him right there.
He does.
Yes,
on the left arm.
Left arm. A little bit of a sell job. But everybody goes to the Jay Foreman acting school when you're on the basketball court.
There you go.
Sometimes it works out for you.
Healy, first one. Good. Carson Healy, a 6'4" junior that averages just 5 points a game. Here he has 4. Has a chance for his 5th and 6th, and it's missed. Carson Healy with 1 more free throw. Westside trails by 1. There will be a 2.2 second differential between the game clock and shot clock. We have a whistle, a stoppage in play.
Yeah, Westside want to get some guys in there to try to get an offensive rebound.
And here we go. Number 25 for Westside, Carson Healy. Steps up to the free throw line, gets the ball from the official. Millard North on the opposite end, making some noise. We're all tied up. 46-46, 36 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Here comes Elijah Gaith. Like I said, a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Here is Elijah Gaith. Gaith near the logo. Benning is the defender. Here we go. A trip to the Class A state title game on the line in regulation. We're all knotted up at 46.
Let them go, Nick. This is it right here. Legends are made on this right in these moments right here.
Bellevue West awaits the winner of this one. Gaith at the top of the key in the lane. Hits the shot. It's going to be a foul on the floor.
Oh, that's a smart play by Caleb Benning there. He knew it was on the floor. You can't call that a shot. It's not a.
Now here's the thing. Here's the conversation. He held the jersey, which should be a flagrant foul.
Yeah, but Nick,
and it's just going to be a common foul.
He was just trying to accentuate to make sure it was a foul on the floor. But
I understand.
Yeah, that's not the call you call at that point in time of the game.
So here we go. Baseline inbound. Gaith will be the inbounder, but we want a Jim Simons timeout with 4.2 on the game clock. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Here we go.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Yeah, but you also got to understand it was.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you. 4.2 on the game clock. 46-46. We're all tied up. So explain that a little bit closer, Jay, just for the folks at home. Tug on the jersey, intentionally wanting it to make it on the floor. By rule, it's probably a flagrant foul because he wasn't making a play on the ball.
Right.
But yet in this juncture of the game, it's a common foul.
It was actually a smart job there by Caleb Benning to make sure the ref saw that it was a foul. Now, if it was a fast break layup and you're pulling them like a horse collar, that's definitely a flagrant foul. And ultimately, you got to go win this game, man. It's 4-2.
Here we go.
I'm fouling right on the pass here.
So 4.2 seconds on the clock. Millard North to inbound underneath their own bucket. Gaith is the inbounder. They get it into Urbanek. Urbanek, 3-ball, left side, rims out, a defensive rebound, and we are going to overtime. As that shot by Urbanek.
Nick.
Urbanek, it went in and out.
That looked like a putt to win the Masters, Nick. It goes in the toilet bowl. Listen, we should be blessed with 4 more minutes of basketball.
Here we go. as we are about ready to go to overtime. We'll step aside for 60 seconds and come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
A trip to the state championship on the line here as we head to overtime. The second night in a row that we're going to be going to overtime. We had Norris and Bennington go to an extra period last night. Here we have Omaha Westside and Millard North dueling it out for a trip to this Class A state title game, as Millard North has been there 4 straight years, trying to go for their 5th. Here's Rollins to Urbanek, who just barely missed a 3 on the near corner to win it at the horn. Here's Mosser. Mosser to Money. Money at the top of the key. Leans in. Left elbow. Gaith. Gaith has just 8 points. Now here is Money. Top of the key. 6 on the possession, and we have a foul on Carson Healy.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Simons, I got to ask the ref, when you look at this replay, Nick, it is full extension there by Money. Money's a football player. He is Debo and Healy there on the drive, and Coach Simons seems to be okay with it.
So baseline inbound, here we go as Millard North with the basketball. Gaith inbounds it to Mosser on the far side. Mosser guarded by Mitchell. Mitchell now forces him to give it up to his left to Derek Rollins. Rollins guarded by Stubblefield to Money. Money in the lane, spin move, fading away, tough shot, and it's an air ball. Ricky Lofton gets the defensive rebound. Lofton getting trapped, needs some help. He finds C.J. Mitchell 2-on-1. Mitchell being chased down by Gaith. The layup, no good, and the rebound goes to Derek Rollins.
Yeah, there's a hard shot there by C.J. Mitchell. A little bit of a body there on both the rebound and the shot, but nevertheless, tie game again.
We're still tied 46-46, 2:51 to go in overtime between Millard North and Westside. Gaith, left side jumper, no good, tipped around on the rebound. Gaith gets it back, puts it back up, gets Stubblefield in the air, can't hit the layup, tip try by Rollins, no good. Mosser gets it again, and he is fouled by Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been kind of a back and forth, herky-jerky game. Not a bad foul there by C.J. Mitchell. Only, unfortunately, you put Mosser to the free throw line. And now if I'm Coach Simons, I'm looking at it right here. It's 5 fouls to 2. You have to get it. I mean, you have to comment on the discrepancy, and there's been a discrepancy all game long.
So Neil Mosser at the free throw line. First one is up and away, and it's good for Neil Mosser.
Yeah, he's an excellent free throw shooter, as is the whole team from Millard North and Westside as well. So a lot of time left on the clock to play, and the Westside's got to get something going offensively.
Second one, no good for Mosser. Here is C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell across the timeline, trailing by 1 is Westside. Into the corner, Benning, driving baseline, kicks it cross court to Healy. Healy now wanted to get it to Stubblefield. Good defense by Urbanek. They switched Urbanek now on to Stubblefield, so now left side it's C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane, splits the double. Looking as he's stuck in the Big Ten logo, now to Benning. Benning with 12 on the possession, gives it to C.J. Mitchell at the logo. 2:07 to play, fourth quarter. 47-46 Millard North. Mitchell navigating his way through, bobbing, weaving, can't hit the layup. That's a really tough contested shot. And here comes Millard North. You would have thought maybe they could have worked a better shot if they were going to waste 34 seconds of shot clock.
Yeah, they were trying to draw the foul there, but we need a little bit more motion on that Westside offense. Everybody needs touches and try to make Millard North play a little bit defense a little bit longer.
So left side Money now to Gaith. Gaith to Mosser. Mosser looking around, guarded by C.J. Mitchell. Mosser to a cutting Derek Rollins down low. His shot almost went in. It was deflected off the pass, and the ball gets jumped or caught in the wedge, but he's going to be fouled on the attempt, and so Derek Rollins goes to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Derek Rollins got bailed out right there. When you look at the replay, he didn't get touched. It kind of looked like he was because he caught the ball back by his ear, but nevertheless, a little bit of body contact at the free throw line trying to knock it down for 2.
Rollins at the line. First one on the way. No good.
Yeah, right now Westside has struggled a little bit on the defensive rebounding from the third quarter on. They have to concentrate on boxing out and getting more possessions because right now they're getting destroyed on the defensive rebounding side.
That's what that guy says, 2 behind us.
Yeah.
Here is Derek Rollins. Missed the first one to put Millard North up by 2. And he's able to do it. Got a friendly roll off the back iron. So Westside trails by 2, 48-46, 90 seconds to play in overtime. Here we go. CJ Mitchell on the logo. Mitchell bounces it right to Benning. Benning crosses over. Benning kicks it out. Mitchell for 3 in the lead. No good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be corralled by Money up the floor to Gaith. Gaith will hesitate and bring it back out. 1:05 to go in in overtime. Millard North has held Westside scoreless. Westside trails by 2.
Yeah, Millard North is able to only score 2 points off of free throws, and so now they could put the nail in the coffin if they're able to get a late 2 or a possible 3.
Here is Gaith, and we have a foul away from the ball on CJ Mitchell. And so now Neil Mosser is going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, Neil Mosser, I know that he was mad about the charge there that Healy, kind of sold. He sold that hold right there. It's a big call at a big moment. 42 seconds left. You'd like to see him let him play on.
42.1 on the game clock in overtime. First one for Mosser is up, and it is good.
And Coach Simons is telling him, at this point in time, that's probably not
So here is Mosser. One more at the line. Second one on the way. It's also good. 50-46. It's a 2-possession ball game, barring a 4-point play. CJ Mitchell on the right side to Benning. Benning gets a screen left. Benning working on Mosser in the lane. Left-handed layup off the glass. It's no good. But a foul goes, I believe, on Neil Mosser, and so Benning goes to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, now if I'm Coach Simons, I got to be Coach Simons is telling him I just read his lips and said there's been a discrepancy in fouls all game. Well, look, man, there's 30 seconds left in your season. It's probably a little bit too late to say something, but nevertheless, they still got a chance to come back and tie it up.
Benning drains the first one, 50-47, 30.9 on the game clock. As Benning gets the ball from the official, Westside trailing by 3. And now Westside trails by 2. Jim Simons wants to talk about it. Full timeout Westside with 30 seconds left in overtime. We'll take a break and come back in 30 seconds right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman, Bill Miller back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios as we get ready to wrap up semifinal Friday here in just a few moments, barring a second overtime period. But this one and all the games today, maybe outside of the Norris ball game, has been kind of everything we've asked for. We had a close game in our first game between Crete and Scott. Scott moved on there. Norris was able to get the best of their opponent today, Scott's Bluff, and so Norris will face off against Scott Catholic tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then in Class A, as Bellevue West was able to kind of pull away from Omaha Central late in that one, but here in Millard North and Omaha Westside, it kind of gets you excited for the Class A title game tomorrow and what could be.
Yeah, whoever gets in to face Bellevue West, it's going to be a a game that's going to come down to the last second, and both of these teams are deserving so. But we'll see if Westside can tie this game up here with a defensive stop.
So Millard North inbounds it to Mosser. Now Mosser gets covered and now passes out of it to Gaith. Gaith loses the basketball. Bodies on the floor. It's a jump ball, and possession arrow gives it to Westside. And so with 21 seconds on the game clock.
Play by Caleb Benning and C.J. Mitchell. Pulled the little old ETG magic there that we see all summer, battling to the end, and now they get a chance. 21 seconds left. They can go to the rack, or Millard North is probably going to burn a foul here, Nick, within the next 10 seconds to put more pressure on Westside to make a difficult shot.
21.9 on the game clock here in overtime. 50-48. Westside can tie with a 2. They can take the lead with a 3. Stubblefield at the top of the key. Stubblefield in the lane, and he is bumped and fouled. He made the shot, but it will not count, as that's the 4th team foul on Millard North. So 10.4 is on the game clock. 50-48. Millard North leads by 2. Westside to inbound underneath their own bucket, as C.J. Mitchell will be the inbounder, and we have a timeout by Michael Etzel-Miller. It's a full timeout. Let's step aside 30 seconds. We come back with the final 10 seconds of overtime after this.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. 10.4 on the game clock here in overtime. 50-48 your score. Millard North leads by 2. Westside with the basketball underneath their own bucket. C.J. Mitchell to inbound, looking around, still looking. Westside has one timeout left, and they have to burn it right here, as it's going to be a timeout by C.J. Mitchell, as that one cut it a little close there. The internal clock was beeping in the mind of C.J. Mitchell, and it's still a Westside timeout. All right, Jay, here we go. Westside. It has to be a Kevin Stubblefield kind of thing, right?
Stubblefield or C.J. Mitchell, or I wouldn't even put it past him if it's Caleb Benning. I'm going to spread the court out. I'm going to let my superior athletes get open. I'm going to make them fight through contact, get the ball. You got plenty of time to pull it back out and get some, 1 or 2 passes and action going towards the hoop. So the biggest thing right now is you got to get the ball in, crisp passes. And the people that are going to get the ball, you got to go to contact, separate yourself, 2 hands, be strong with the ball, and then go try to get the score to tie the game or possibly win it.
Are you, if you're the coach, if you're Coach Simons over there in that huddle, are you going for the 2 or for the win?
I'm going for the 2 because I think the longer this game goes on, with my experience in the backcourt and the personalities of my Westside Warriors, I like pressure on Millard North, and I like what we can do going to the hole with our physicality. So I look for something to go to the hole. If I got a wide open 3, I feel everybody out there that can hit a 3, shoot it to make it. We're here, right? We're not supposed to win this game. Let's go ahead and make history.
Here we go, as C.J. Mitchell still the inbounder. We'll see what Coach Simons decided to do over in the Westside huddle. They quickly inbound it to Healy. It's back to Mitchell. Mitchell with 7 on the clock to Stubblefield. Stubblefield stepping back in the lane. Lost the basketball. Millard North, as Moni is going to escape the foul, and Millard North wins 50-48 in overtime.
Yeah, hey, listen. Don't get mad a little bit. Don't get mad. Moni was going for the dunk. Ricky Laughlin gave him a clothesline.
And so now we're going to have this handshake here unless Millard North walks off the floor. Coach Michael Etzel-Miller is trying to rally his guys back, but they're celebrating over in the student section as we had a little scuffle between a couple of the Omaha Westside guys and Millard North players as we are getting ready to shake hands. Here we go. C.J. Mitchell fell into our table and was hunched over the entire time as Millard North escapes Omaha Westside to set up the rematch, 50-48 in overtime. A tough job by Kevin Stubblefield. Just lost the basketball as he ran into Camden Money, Jim Simons, and Michael Etzelmiller having a long and extensive conversation. And now Jim Simons looks to be having a pretty intense conversation with Michael Etzelmiller.
Go ahead and go, Simons. Tell him where you from. You from West Side.
Still having a conversation, and now they part separate ways. But once again, your final score, Millard North 50, Omaha Westside 48. Kevin Stubblefield finishes with 20. CJ Mitchell with 13. Caleb Benning finishes his final high school basketball game with 4 points, while Carson Healy had 6. For Millard North, not great games by any means from Neil Mosser and Elijah Gaith in the scoring column. Elijah had 8 while Neil Mosser had 11. But the storyline, how about Camden Money with 12 points in addition to Derek Rollins' 14, as Jim Simons and Etzelmiller still having a conversation as everybody else has left the floor. But most importantly here, Michael Etzelmiller and the Millard North Mustangs have set up a rematch for Millard North to face off against Bellevue West tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good game. I mean, obviously this game was all you could ask for from both sides, in a very, very competitive game, and two teams that know each other. The players know each other. The coaches know each other. They played each other. Westside wanted to get their get back. They felt like there was a little bit of extracurricular activities. You're trying to, Westside felt like you were trying to embarrass them dunking at the end. Westside's going to play to the end. Only thing I can say in that last play, you're getting it to your best one-on-one player with Stubblefield. I would have liked the action a little bit farther away from the hoop and a little bit earlier in the shot clock. Look, 2020, is always the best vision when you look back at it. But I think Millard North, battled their way through it, and they got their work cut out for them because Bellevue West started to show you the best version of them. Here's what I think, Nick, before you get going. I think when Bellevue West watched this game, I think they think that they're tougher than Millard North. And I think Westside thought the same thing. Now, I think Millard North was able to pull through with timely free throw shooting and timely calls, but at the end of the day, they got to figure out a way to handle the physicality that they're going to face with this Bellevue West defense, because they can shoot it a little bit better from all areas than Westside, but Westside was game tonight.
Once again, your final score, Millard North 50, Omaha Westside 48, as they'll set up another matchup between between Millard North and Bellevue West in the state title tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. Just a reminder, we'll be on the air 9 a.m. tomorrow morning with Class D1 state title match. Myself, Jay Foreman, with you. And then we'll have Class C1 and Class B to wrap it before we pass it off to the Omaha Supernovas. So we will not have Class C2, Class A, or Class D2 on our 93.7 The Ticket station tomorrow. So I highly suggest make your way out to Pinnacle Bank Arena as it's going to be a doozy tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. between Bellevue West. Bellevue West and Millard North here. That one's scheduled for 6:15 p.m. Once again, your final score, Millard North 50, Westside 48, as we will put a wrap and a bow on semifinal Friday as we turn our full attention to Championship Saturday starting 9 a.m. tomorrow, pregame at around 8:50 p.m. or 8:50 a.m. tomorrow morning with Class D1 action. For the Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, I'm Nick Sainert. Thanks to Bill Miller back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. We'll say so long from Pinnacle Bank Arena, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Acres is bringing you the nation's largest indoor display of John Deere equipment and technology. Acres 2024 Ag and Turf Expo showcases everything from tillage and planting to application and harvest. We'll also offer the latest industry insights from ag professionals across the state. Join us in Grand Island at Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for a complete schedule of speakers and activities.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.